We are back, but this time we are ranking every Green Arrow voice actor. If you know me, I'm a fucking huge Green Arrow fan. I own this, and this. I'm obviously still trying to collect all of them, but I also want to buy other things for other characters, so we're going to look into that. Anyways, we're going to rank every Green Arrow actor there is. Obviously, there's not much as Batman. He's one of the most popular heroes of all time. Green Arrow, not so much, but still pretty popular. So we have all of these beautiful people down here, and there's one exception. I did say last time there's no live action voice actors allowed in the tiers. Stephen Amell. Stephen Amell right here. We all know him from the Arrow TV show, but he has voiced Green Arrow a good amount of times in video games. I think it showed too. So he counts as a voice actor. We gotta put him in here. I also renamed the tiers from godlike to amazing, good, not great, and terrible. I felt like last time letters weren't really doing anything justice, so I added some names. Without further ado, let's get started. Starting with Norman Alden.
Green Arrow, over here! Green Arrow!
By Robin Hood's bow. Where are you? Giant ants that can't be seen? Voices talking to me from nowhere? Wonder what kind of a scene I'm getting into. I've heard some reports of people shrinking all over the world, but I'll get you out of here.
If it wasn't made quite obvious, Norman Alden, super old voice actor, 1972, but we're not going to let nostalgia really sway our opinion. I loved watching Super Friends when I was a kid, but in reality, with all these wonderful people down here, he doesn't really hold up anymore. I'm not going to put him in not great. He obviously was good for his time, but I can't really put him anywhere higher than good, just because how bad it kind of settled in with all these wonderful voice actors at the bottom. Oh yes, next up we have Ken Shriner from Justice League Unlimited.
Glorious Green Lantern. Would you run out of alien menaces to beat on? You got a hornet on my turf? Come on, I don't belong up here, fighting monsters and aliens and supervillains. I just helped the little guy. And a big club like this, you tend to forget all about him. So gee whiz, I'm flattered to be asked and all, but no thanks. Gee, Bats, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy a good radiation burn as much as the next guy, but I don't think...
So, see you soon.
You just might.
And likewise, in the Batman video, Ken Shriner is a childhood favorite for me. He's the guy who gave the voice to the character I really fell in love with, so I'm gonna have to put him godlike. He was honestly the standard. After he made his performance in the 2004 Justice League Unlimited, you'll even see more down the line that people actually try and imitate this exact voice. He became the standard for Green Arrow, and you cannot take that away from Ken Shriner. Next up, we have Chris Hardwick from the Batman.
My life was transformed. Every day I built up my strength, tested my limits, and kept on going. I became strong, fearless, all thanks to one thing. After a few years on the island, I finally got some company.
When I came back, Count Vertigo had disappeared. Then I heard about people getting sick near Wayne Labs, and I figured Vertigo had teamed up with Bruce Wayne.
Chris Hardwick definitely had a darker, gritty Green Arrow, similar to Stephen Amell, but of course this is before the Arrow show even came out. I'll get into later about Stephen Amell and how his form of Green Arrow actually affects opinions on this list, but we'll bring it back when we get to him. I don't hate it, but I also think he just did a really shitty job compared to Stephen Amell's Green Arrow in this kind of form of the character, and I did not like it at all. I'm gonna put him in not great. Ralph Garman from Justice League Heroes, another childhood Green Arrow for me. I'll try not to let nostalgia affect my opinion, but I already know I fucking love him. So let's play the audio.
For breakfast, then.
Get the lead out! Don't say I never did anything for you.
Oh, good old Ralph Garman. Again, I don't think the audio even did it justice in the video, but he fucking kills this character. He's an amazing. I want to actually put him in godlike, but that's a little too far. I think he portrays the character almost perfectly. The way he voices his lines just gives me that feel. And the humor he has, and even in the scriptwriters in that game did fantastic. It just is so good for Green Arrow. And you can't get much better than that, of course. And one last thing I want to add about Garman is he really gives a good comic book feel of the character. It feels like you're just opening a comic book, and I love it. Next up, we have Arnold Taylor from the Batman Brave and the Bold. Let's go.
I've got 19, 22, 26, and so have you. We're tied.
As if that really matters.
Of course it doesn't.
We've just been teleported.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world's greatest detective. Okay, Doc, where are we? Well, don't keep everyone in suspense, Doc. Which one of us is the one who is worthy? For the record, Bats, it was my arrow that nailed the demon.
Nope. Bat grenade took him down.
Think your horse needs a rest from carrying that enormous ego?
Arnold is a interesting character. He over-exaggerated the persona a little too much, and his voice isn't really up to par as other Green Arrows, but overall his performance was not bad. Like, I wouldn't mind if he came over again and did it again, but I think there's just other better candidates to fill that role, so I'm gonna have to put him in good. Neil McDonough, I think is how you pronounce it, but if it might look familiar to you guys, he also played Damien Dark in the Arrow show, which is honestly pretty funny. Let's get into it.
Smooth, Queen. Real smooth. I mean, would it have killed you to say, I love you, I can't live without you? Please don't take a cab home. Green Arrow, Justice League of America. I'm here to help.
Oh, Neil. See, the thing about Neil is his voice wasn't really the picture-perfect voice I see for Green Arrow, but his attitude he used for the character is so fucking good. The way he said his lines, the way just everything about him and his attitude with Green Arrow is so good, and you have to put him amazing. You just have to for that alone. I think if you gave Neil a good script and some time to work on the voice a little more, he could bump up to godlike. Like, he honestly portrayed him so damn well. Next up, we have David Jensen from the DC Universe Online. I think it's gonna be a little fucking silly just off of that alone, but let's find out.
And you are ready for the big leagues. I assign the worst, most dangerous missions the Justice League's got every week. You need to get a group together, but hey, that's why there's a league in Justice League. Go give them one for the rest of us. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, this guy just shoots arrows, doesn't have any powers. How does he get in the league? I'll tell you what it is. It's the beard. That and the handcuff arrow, which totally works, by the way.
David Jensen, that was, let's just say that was interesting. Honestly, like, for a very, very small part in a video game, he didn't do too bad. I'm gonna put him in not great. Definitely not the best thing in the whole entire world, but they definitely cheaped out for that video game. And no disrespect to David Jensen, but yeah, it just wasn't that great. Brecken Mayer from Mad, another dumb, stupid one. I don't know what to expect.
I'm Green Arrow. I don't actually have any real powers.
What kind of power do you want?
How about the power to delay opening night?
I don't even know why I added these in here, but dude, we got Skyway from Mad. Just why?
Eating my own arrow with bees. I'm out. I heard nothing about arrows. I'm out too. I liked your pitch.
Really?
Until I heard your pants weren't made of arrows. So I'm out.
Next up, we have the homie Seth Green, which is famous for Chris from Family Guy and a bunch of other voices. Let's see what he got.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I still gotta kill it.
Oh, Seth Green. He is not like mad bad. These two guys are. I don't even want to talk about it. It's definitely not great. Small role, not much effort, but it wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't meant to be. So not great for against Stan. It just keeps getting better and better. Alfred Molina, best known obviously as Dr. Octopus, is motherfucking voicing Green Arrow. How was he do with all of it? Let's see.
Green Arrow to tower. The turbulence knocked the pilot out cold. I'm all alone up here.
Easy, India Juliet 32. We can talk you down. First, tell me what it says on your altimeter.
I can't even see the altimeter.
I assure you it's there.
I know it's there. I'm saying I can't see it.
If you're having trouble identifying the altimeter, you need to look it up in the flight manual.
I can't read it. We're ejecting out of this flying death box.
Fuel jettisoned.
Oh.
Alfred Molina. Interesting that he voiced this character. I don't think he's definitely on the Seth Green level of just satire. Didn't really sound like him. It was meant to be, yeah, it's meant to be stupid. Put him in not great. Robin Atkin. It looks like an older, wiser Bruce, not the normal fucking Oliver. Not the normal one we're looking at. So let's find out what he sounds like.
Been 5 years since I busted out of jail. And you know I've been busy. But I made it hard on him. He had to cover up my escape. And now they have to cover up my work. And it's a lot harder to frost me if they can't admit I exist.
Again, it was kind of obvious Atkin was supposed to be an older, wiser Green Arrow, but the voice just didn't hit for me. Way too deep, not enough fun and loving, not one I would come back to. I'm gonna have to put him in not great. I kind of want to put him in good for what the portrayal of him was supposed to be in the movie. My heart just can't. It literally can't. Will Friedl from The Dark... Oh, that's not the one. From DC Nation Short Green Arrow.
Many do you count, Bo?
27 onomatopoeia bots.
Black Canary, you take the one on the left. I'll take the rest.
I can defeat just as many as you can.
You can't handle as many motto, whatever.
Let's have a contest then.
Fine. Bo, you keep score. Canary, whenever you're
Got it.
not cool. Hey, it's Onomato.
Onomatopoeia.
He could be the tiebreaker.
Yes.
All right, but this time, no head start. Not cool.
Will Friedl, quite interesting. I definitely felt the comedic side of Arrow pretty well. Not 100%, not the best, but definitely pretty damn good. His voice, again, not up to the godlike standards of these amazing men, but not too bad. I'm definitely gonna put him in good. Like, he definitely put a respectable take on the character. And he was even a short, like, it wasn't even a main cast member of the show. So for that reason alone, I definitely think he should be high up and good. Alden motherfucking Tudik, let us go. So this is from the Young Justice. He also voiced the Injustice games, which are later in the line down here. I'm gonna play a little bit of the Young Justice show and a little bit of the games, because I think he did better in the games for this voice. But let's fucking play this. Let's just play this. Let's play this, man.
People, listen up. The dynamic duo's on a case in Gotham, but Batman gave me a heads up. Sportsmaster was spotted coming through Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport.
That's a great plan, Spooky, but, isn't this your show? All right, then. Operation Thunder, Eagle, Lightning, whatever, is underway.
Us three extradite Grodd from under his entire guerrilla army. Guess I better call the sitter. Mommy and Daddy are coming home late.
You have no idea what you're doing.
Sure I do. I'm in Gorilla City fighting a lady in a cat suit. This is one for the bucket list. There. I can die happy. I forgot to bring my banana arrow. Wait, you eat bananas, right? Or is that an offensive stereotype?
Oh, Alden. Oh, motherfucker. No words even to be said that Alden is not, like, he's instantly in godlike. He perfected the performance in Injustice 2. I say that was probably his best performance of the character. His comedy hit so well. Definitely still good in Young Justice. More of a Young Justice feel was kind of the Arrow style, where he's more serious, a little darker. Still did godlike in that. He could either do dark or comedy-oriented Green Arrow and still perfect him at fucking ease. Alden is the person I want to voice Green Arrow every single time after this moment. I don't want anybody else. I do not. Next up, we have Stephen Amell, of course, from the Injustice Gods Among Us DLC. As I said, he's voiced 3 different things. Play a little bit of this, and then we're going to play a little bit of him from the DLC in Lego Batman 3, Beyond Gotham. Let's play a little bit of both and see what we want to rank them.
Not a hair on my head.
Why are we fighting? Nice target on your chest. Faster than a speeding arrow. Ready for some serious pain? How about an arrow up your ass? Grundy, say fire bad.
My name is Oliver Queen. I've been stranded on an island with only one goal: survive. Survive, and one day use a proper toilet again. I must fulfill my father's dying wish to use the list of names he left me and bring down those who are poisoning my city. To do this, I must become someone else. I must become something else. Something green and pointy and arrowy.
Now, this is the part of the video where I'm going to get people mad. Obviously, some people have some opinions on the Green Arrow take from the CW show with Stephen Amell. Stephen Amell, I think, also can voice him very well in a comedic way and a serious way. As we saw in the show in the very beginning, when he first was still a billionaire playboy, he did the comedic way perfectly. They just didn't really let him in the show. I personally do like the Arrow show. A lot of people don't like it because they think he's a little more darker, and of course he is too Batman-esque, which I can see the similarities, but I really did like the portrayal in the show. Of course, we're focusing on the voice in the video games right now, so in the Justice in Gods Among Us, he obviously was trying to imitate the show a lot. Last thing I want to say about the show is you always got to remember, each source material can be interpreted in different ways, and of course they're adaptations. It's not going to be exact copies from the comics. You always got to remember that. And I think for the way Stephen Amell portrayed Arrow in the show, I liked it, even though it does feel a little more Batman-esque. And in my opinion, Stephen Amell is good, great. I'm gonna put him amazing. I really am gonna put him amazing. That's gonna be very controversial for some people, but I honestly think Stephen Amell is a good actor and voice actor for the character. We have Chris from Batman Unlimited. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that last name. I apologize so badly. I just know I'm gonna fuck it up.
Impossible is my middle name. Actually, my middle name is Jonas, but I'm not telling you that.
We are the Animalitia.
The what? More like the Zoo Crew. So tell me, is it a full moon or is every night in Gotham this weird? I knew it. You are still mad about the whole landing on the hood thing. Aw, come on. If I left any scratches, I'll buff them out. Or at least, you know, pay someone else to do it. I know it's generous, but we're both in the billionaire masked vigilante making the world a better place game.
Now, Chris, he actually surprised me with his portrayal. Did not know about him. The way he delivered his lines was pretty well. His voice, not too shabby himself. I would put him in good. He's like at the crisp of amazing. He honestly could make it an amazing. Works on the voice a little more. Very well surprised. So this is DC Superhero Girls. Yeah, so in this show, he is aged down and supposed to be wanting to be an actor or something. Yeah, I'll just press play.
Callbacks? I've never been so insulted in my life. Who is this arrogant, incompetent pompous? As she should. As long as it's me.
So you all had to watch that too. So I had to research this shit and watch that. So you had to fucking watch it too. This was Eddie's portrayal. Eddie, nothing wrong with the man. He just had a script that he had to say, and that script was fucking terrible. Don't even. That was the worst one. I understand it's a kid's show, but just why'd you have to use Green Arrow? Why'd you have to use Ollie? Why? Oh my god. Second to last, we have Rita Scott from the Injustice movie.
We believe she was taken by the Joker.
Harley Quinn. Not exactly keeping a low profile. To a secret location. Well, that happened. You're in the Arrow Cave. It's underground and lead lined. You should be safe for now. File that under things I didn't want to know.
Now, Reed was from the Injustice movie. That movie was not very great, but of course, we don't rank these on how good the movie or show is. I think he did a pretty decent job. I want to put him in good. I think he could bump up to amazing if given another opportunity, but I didn't mind his voice. It sounded a little bit similar to these two, not as like hardcore to it, but definitely good. And the way he delivered his lines kind of gave me that Green Arrow feel that I'm always looking for. Definitely a decent take of the character, and I could see him doing some more if he is able to. So the wiki that told me Phil voiced Green Arrow was wrong. I don't think Phil actually voiced him, so I apologize for that. He's going to stay down here while I look at the whole entire tier list as a whole. This is our final tier list with, I think, Allen killing. I think Allen's is the Green Arrow you want to get at all fucking times. Of course, over here, Shriner, definitely second best, easily. These three are pretty fucking good at the voice. I wouldn't mind if they did, but the rest over here are a toss bag, and that will be our final tier list. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to subscribe, like the video, and even leave a comment on what your favorite Green Arrow voice actor is. We listen to all of them, so you probably have an opinion at the end of the day, and I need to know it right now.